Hi, everybody. The title of this presentation is The Godfather of Soul, Civil Rights in Hip Hop. Introduction. This research presentation explores the background, musical contributions, and cultural impact of James Brown, often referred as the Godfather of Soul, James Brown 2024. Methodology. Historical methods. I explore interviews, which is primary sources, also defined as material created at the time of the event. I also explore direct recordings created at the time of the event in written form, and that's also considered primary material. And I also do a synthesis of secondary sources. The secondary sources are peer-reviewed and timely. Keys of research: background and early life, the development of his musical style and his pioneering role in funk music, the historical context during his career and involvement in the civil rights movement, his cultural influence on hip hop culture and music sampling. Background: James Brown was born May 3rd, 1933 in Barnwell, South Carolina. James Brown was raised in an impoverished section of Augusta, Georgia, and started singing and talent shows as a child. Brown began his singing career as a gospel singer in Toccoa, Georgia. Musical genre: pioneered funk music. On your right, you see a photo of the Downbeat magazine. In 1968, October 31st, you see James Brown on the cover. James Brown motivated the development of funk music, which was considered his musical genre. Elements of funk music, according to synthesization of reliable sources, consisted of the first downbeat of measure, stripped down interlocking rhythms, and danceable simple arrangements. Historical context: on your right, at the time of the event, this is James Brown performing after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King, and this is cited from Shout Factory 2014, November 14th. During James Brown time, the civil rights movement was at a full swing in 1960s and 1970s. James Brown would include the social and political issues as well as activism in his music. He would masterfully sing about issues that blacks was facing during this time period of American history with songs like Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud, which was an anthem for blacks, Fair Clothes, 1990. Cultural impact: James Brown was considered the godfather of soul because of his developments of funk music and his influence from some of the most notorious music artists of all time, like Michael Jackson, George Clinton, Prince, and also was the nucleus of hip hop music, which today have influenced the world through innovation of funk. According to hip hop pioneer Kool Herc, in the interview, DJ Kool Herc gets interviewed. The interviewer will state, "What were your big records back then?" Kool Herc states, "My big record back then was James Brown, Give It Up or Turn It Loose, and a couple of records I used to play from the other clubs. And as it went on, I got the Mexican, I got Bongo Rock, you name them, Just Begun. They used to rock that inside them at the tunnel in a puzzle. Everybody knew about it because they killed it." So actually, James Brown was part of the foundations of his musical downbeats for the innovation of hip hop. Voice of civil rights protest music. According to peer-reviewed data by Morant in 2011, Morant would state, while scholars posit that the musical roots of funk go far deeper than James Brown, it is fair to assert that the roots of popular funk music are most often accredited to Brown. Funk music emerged out of a desire for a more confrontational approach to protest music. Brown's most noted work, Say It Loud, was more than a cry of protest. it was also a call to action. The immediacy and intensity of the song resonated with the Black community, unlike any popular music that had come before. Say It Loud was a turning point in Black music. Never before had Black popular music explicitly reflected the bitterness of Blacks toward the white man. And here it's done with ferocious funk. Vincent, 1996, page 78. The music was a scorching expression of the Black man's soul, just when the entire world was listening in anticipation. The music content encompassed self-empowerment, celebration, and self-love. Conclusion. James Brown rose from poverty to become a megastar during the Civil Rights era. He pioneered modern funk music, which was considered the voice of civil rights and often called protest music. His innovative style revolutionized music worldwide and continues to influence genres today, including hip-hop. Brown's music inspired social change and was an inspiration for Black confidence and pride in the aftermath of the Reconstruction era. The title Godfather of Soul is well-deserved for Brown, who started as a gospel singer in his youth. His journey from humble beginnings to becoming one of the most influential musicians of the 20th century exemplifies his talent, perseverance, and cultural impact. References are by Britannica TE 2024, Bruton 2018, Downbeat Magazine 1968, Encyclopedia Britannica 2023, Fred Clove 1990, James Brown 2024, Morant KM 2011, Shout Factory 2014, Slater RW, no date, Stewart A 2000. Thank y'all.